Recently, Northwest left a restaurant with her mom Kim Kardashian in a tight corset, a skirt that could just as well be a big belt, and high platform boots. Sounds like the usual celebrity gossip if it weren't for one small detail. Northwest is 12 years old. Just to compare, Prince George, another celebrity child, is just 1 month younger, and he looks 12. Maybe because he's a boy, which, fair enough. But with girls, it's often a bit different. A lot of them experiment earlier. They try to look older and test out grown-up styles. I mean, when I was North's age, I've had the glorious idea to dye my then blonde hair pitch black, and I thought I looked fabulous, despite actually looking like a ghost. Just when I put on eyeliner, that kind of made me look like a panda. Because back then, there were no YouTube or TikTok tutorials to save me. So the phenomenon of kids trying and succeeding to look older than they are isn't really new. But being much older and a bit wiser than I was back then, it hits a little different.
How old are you?
I'm 15.
And would people think that you're younger or older?
I always get told I look younger.
How old do you think she is?
25.
She's actually 15.
You're having me on, absolutely not.
No. And how old are you?
18.
How old do you think she is?
24?
She's actually 18.
No way. She's 18?
Yep. And how old are you?
I'm 14.
14, you sure?
Yeah.
But North's look feels even more extreme. Maybe because she was in the spotlight pretty much since she was born.
He says no pictures.
No paparazzi, please.
But there are several problems with this, and it raises a few questions, like, is Kim doing to North what her own mother once did to her? What does all of this actually have to do with us? And is it more than just another Kardashian scandal? Like, remember how Kris Jenner talked the then 27-year-old Kim into a Playboy shoot?
Set in stone in my contract that I'm not all the way naked.
Yeah, no problem. I think we can, that's a done deal.
Damn.
Kim, you're doing amazing, sweetie.
That line became iconic, but now it's just weird. And Kris didn't stop there. She fully supported Kylie's relationship with rapper Tyga, allegedly starting when Kylie was 16 and Tyga 25. The moment Kylie turned 18, they went public. Now, Kim herself clearly had no issue with how her daughter was dressed. She herself walked alongside as usual in a tight dress. And by the way, I don't mean to slut-shame her or North in any way. And I mean, hell, I have no idea what it's like to raise a teenager.
You aren't packed yet?
You're always on me! Can't you just lay off for like 1 second?
Overreact much?
I barely touched it.
Let the professional handle this.
I'm too gross to go to camp or anywhere ever again!
Oh yeah, this is totally broken.
Meanwhile, North's dad, Kanye West, isn't any better. Apart from tons of problematic behavior, he built an entire reputation parading his partners like objects. So yeah, role models aren't exactly strong in his family. Although, interestingly enough, North's cousin, Penelope, the daughter of Kim's sister Kourtney, is the same age as her and looks like it. So maybe this is also about North wanting to express herself. But there's no balance with what's appropriate, which is entirely on her parents. But there's more to it. Speaking of this balance, North is a teenager, and like most teenagers, she looks what adult women do and wear. And now this part is a bit tricky, so to be clear, again, this isn't about shaming anyone, and I'm not saying that women need to cover up. Your body, your choice. And even if you're butt naked, it's never an invitation for anything. Having said that, celebrities do show a lot on the red carpet, and they did so for years. And these women look amazing, of course, but we tend to forget that a red carpet appearance is a performance. It's a stage, and it's about attention for their own brand. It's not real life, but even so, keeping a balance between self-expression and what's appropriate is pretty hard when you look at this while your frontal lobe is still developing, aka you're a dumb teenager. And then there's the problem with children in the spotlight. People often don't care that they are just that. Children. I mean, we and North already saw that when the then 10-year-old sang at The Lion King at the Hollywood Bowl. Again, thanks entirely to her parents' connections. The internet didn't just critique her singing, which, to be fair, didn't sound like the next Adele, but they trashed her like she was a grown celebrity and not a kid with famous parents who, thanks to their wealth and monumental ego, easily shrug off harsh criticism every day. They even go one step further and kind of praise their firstborn as a creative genius.
She's a personality, a performer.
But I mean, who is? Especially at that age.
Am I special?
Muffy, you're the most special kid in the whole world.
Ooh, interesting. Open the door.
Okay, coming.
Hello.
Hi, Muffin. Oh, wipe your feet on the towel, honey. It's
I don't have to, Aunt Tilly. I'm special.
Now, to be fair, Justin Bieber kinda was. Not a creative genius, but a talented musician at a very young age. And he too was hated by thousands of adults. And more. Like Katy Perry grabbed the then teenager's butt backstage at a concert. Jenny McCarthy kissed him repeatedly on the neck at an award show while the audience laughed.
Did grab his butt. I'm single, but I think that's cougar rape. I couldn't help it. He was just so delicious.
Man, that's a teenager. And speaking of, Stranger Things star Gaten Matarazzo, who plays fan favorite Dustin, had his boundaries crossed as well.
Woman in her 40s. Like, said straight up, because I've had a crush on you since you were 13.
Oh boy.
And I was like, that's upsetting. I just, but then she doubled down. Like, I'm aware of the age difference.
A grown woman was flirting with a child. And there are, of course, tons of other examples when it comes to girls. Gaten's Stranger Things co-star Millie Bobby Brown has been sexualized by the public since pretty much forever, just like Emma Watson.
A lot of people were saying, you're a really unconventional romantic lead. And so eventually I got bored of hearing that and I kind of picked someone up on it. So I was like, what about me is unconventional? Just exactly, tell me. And she said, well, I think it's probably the fact that, we associated you with playing Harry and a young boy for so long. And my immediate response was, well, that the male population has had no problem sexualizing Emma Watson immediately.
On my 18th birthday, I came out of my 18th birthday party, and photographers lay down on the pavement and took photographs up my skirt, which were then published on the front of the English tabloids the next morning. If they published the photographs 24 hours earlier, they would have been illegal.
There were literal countdowns on websites ticking away the days until the Olsen twins turned 18. Same with Natalie Portman.
I excitedly opened my first fan mail to read a rape fantasy that a man had written me. A countdown was started on my local radio show to my 18th birthday, euphemistically the date that I would be legal to sleep with. Movie reviewers talked about my budding breasts in reviews. I understood very quickly, even as a 13-year-old, that if I were to express myself sexually, I would feel unsafe, and that men would feel entitled to discuss and objectify my body to my great discomfort. So I quickly adjusted my behavior. I rejected any role that even had a kissing scene and talked about that choice deliberately in interviews. I emphasized how bookish I was and how serious I was, and I cultivated an elegant way of dressing. I built a reputation for basically being prudish, conservative, nerdy, serious, in an attempt to feel that my body was safe and that my voice would be listened to.
This isn't just a Kardashian problem. The sexualization of girls is often normalized, not only in the celebrity world, and it starts way earlier than you might think. I recently read an Instagram post where a mother shared how she wanted to buy shorts for her 3-year-old daughter, but found mostly hot pants. Only boys got more fabric. The comments were full of stories of other parents about crop tops and skimpy bikinis for little girls. So from the very start, the message seems to be, comfort is optional. What matters is showing as much skin as possible. And so many girls already experience grown men whistling at them before they even hit puberty. They're children. No, it's not their boyfriend or girlfriend when they play with a boy or girl. No, they won't be future heartbreakers that will have girls lined up outside, or future beauty icons just because they want to wear lipstick in a family picture. Which is exactly what People magazine wrote about North when she was 5 years old. I mean, personally, I think her wearing lipstick at that age for this picture isn't such a big deal on its own. But once again, North isn't a normal kid, and her pictures are seen by millions. So everyone has an opinion. And yes, there was also a shitstorm. And Kim and Kanye both said they didn't want to let her wear makeup anymore. And now People magazine celebrated North West's bold sense of style on Instagram. They probably meant it as a compliment. But when kids are described or even treated as if they were adults, it leaves a bitter taste, especially when they are famous. And even more so when they're part of the Kardashians. North is 12 years old. She should be able to experiment, dress up, be cringe and over the top. I mean, that's what this age is all about. Figuring out the balance between self-expression and appropriateness shouldn't be on her shoulders. It should be on her parents. and also on ours. Because at the end of the day, Northwest isn't the problem. It's the grown-ups around her and a society that thinks it's okay to turn kids into fashion icons and then make them punchlines.